Episode 5 begins immediately after the crash that killed Cary. Lucky survives the accident, but she is badly injured and completely exhausted. With no better option, she pretends that an elderly woman who was also hurt in the crash is her grandmother, so someone will take them both to the hospital. It is another quick lie to survive, but this time the strain is beginning to show. Physically and emotionally, Lucky is reaching her limit. As she struggles to recover, the episode begins asking the question that gives it its title. Are Lucky and the people around her actually bad people? It is a question she can no longer ignore. Throughout her life, her father taught her to think of goodness and evil as a matter of degree rather than something absolute. That way of thinking allowed her to justify almost anything as long as it served a purpose. Now, after everything that has happened, those excuses no longer feel convincing. The guilt begins surfacing in ways that surprise even Lucky. At the hospital, she unexpectedly meets Rand's daughter in the bathroom. Instead of manipulating the conversation for her own benefit, she sincerely comforts the grieving young woman. It is a small moment, but it shows that Lucky is beginning to see the emotional damage left behind by the choices everyone has made. Later, while staying at a cheap hotel, Lucky sits at the bar and opens up to a stranger. Under different circumstances, he might have become another person she planned to deceive. Instead, she admits that she needs someone to tell her she is not a terrible person. The man replies that the fact she worries about being a bad person suggests she probably is not. Even with those reassuring words, Lucky cannot escape the reality that the trail behind her is filled with death, destruction, and people whose lives have been permanently changed. Elsewhere, the people chasing Lucky are also dealing with the consequences of recent events. Rand remains in the hospital recovering from a cranial contusion, but her determination to solve the case has not weakened. Even while injured, she refuses to let the investigation go. At the same time, Priscilla struggles with overwhelming grief after Cary's death. Consumed by anger, she spends time shooting bottles before telling Dutch to invite Wayne to Cary's funeral. Everyone is forced to stop for a moment and confront what has been lost. Wayne never attends the funeral, and he does not even send flowers. Lucky, however, decides to go. She tells Priscilla the truth she has been avoiding. She does not have the missing money. Cary was the only person who knew where it had been hidden, and now he is gone. Unless Lucky can unlock the seed phrase stored on Cary's laptop to gain access to the digital currency, she has no way to recover the money. Without it, she cannot free Priscilla from Wayne's demands, and Priscilla has every reason to continue hunting her. After leaving the funeral, Lucky finally discovers the clue she has been searching for. Frustrated and overwhelmed, she strikes Cary's stuffed bear that is sitting inside her car. The impact unexpectedly activates a hidden recording concealed inside the toy. The recording contains the seed phrase needed to access the digital currency. Cary had hidden the key in the stuffed bear all along, leaving behind one final secret that only chance allows Lucky to uncover. Although Lucky now has a way to reach the money, the danger surrounding her has only grown. Rand's daughter, Dana, recognizes Lucky's identification from their encounter at the hospital. That recognition gives Rand an important new lead even while she is still recovering. At the same time, another major revelation becomes clear. Wayne is revealed to be Cary's father, making his determination to recover the missing money even more personal. Both Rand and Wayne remain firmly focused on finding Lucky, and neither side has any intention of giving up. Just when it seems Lucky has nowhere left to turn, help arrives from an unexpected source. Her father, John, is suddenly released from prison even though he still has 8 years remaining before becoming eligible for parole. The release immediately raises questions because it makes no sense under normal circumstances. John himself is suspicious about who could have arranged it. The answer begins to fall into place through earlier conversations. Dana had already explained that Lucky would do anything for her father. Rand had also asked Gates to call in a favor with the Department of Justice. When John contacts Lucky after his release, she reaches the same conclusion. Rand likely arranged John's release as a way to pressure Lucky into making a mistake. Instead of panicking, Lucky sees an opportunity. She realizes Rand believes she has been backed into a corner and thinks she controls the situation. Rather than continue running, Lucky begins putting together a new plan designed to turn that confidence against her. The episode reveals only part of that strategy. Lucky intends for both herself and John to surrender to the authorities. Exactly how that decision fits into her larger plan is left unrevealed, but the ending strongly suggests that Rand has underestimated her. She believes she finally has the upper hand, while Lucky appears convinced that the real game is only beginning. The ending of Episode 5 marks a turning point for Lucky. She finally confronts the moral questions she has spent years avoiding, uncovers the hidden key Cary left behind, learns that both Rand and Wayne are closing in, and chooses to stop reacting and start taking control. The episode closes with the clear sense that while Rand believes she has already won, Lucky is preparing a move that could completely change the outcome of the chase.